Introduction to robotics. What you'll need the Lego Education Robot. You need the required Lego box for this task, the Lego Education Spike Prime app, and an available computer. Getting started. If you still don't have the app, this is the link to it, which we're going to put in the chat. And the next link is for the link to the to buy the Lego Spike Prime set, but it's only optional. About it, the coding language we'll be using is Blockly/Python. We'll be using Python later in it. There are different courses that will give you instructions how to build a robot. You'll have to download the lessons, and for those lessons, you need specific robots.
For the next lesson, we will be adding the color sensor to the driving base. And here's some of the Python code for the lesson we will be doing today. We have the screenshot here and the code pasted on here. And we also have the link to it.
It looks very complicated, but once you start doing it, it doesn't look that much hard.
So after you press the link to get the app, you'll be whisked away to this screen. You have to press the Lego Education Spike Prime, as a Mindstorms one is a more advanced one. Then you have to change the type of the computer depending on what the kind of device you are using. And then you have to go to Units on the home after you've opened the app and press Competition Ready on Units. Then after that, you have to do Training Camp 2, Playing with Objects. And you should have already built the driving base from the previous lesson. So for that, you'll then be adding accessories to it.
Like a part to grab it, to grab the blocks.
And here is a preview of what we'll be doing.
Okay, all right. Thanks, guys, for that quick introduction. Okay, so quickly, we're going to do that now. Okay, so if anyone has got any questions, so you are free to ask. So this is the Lego Educational Spike. So if you are new and you want to download the app, so you can. Okay, if you don't have enough, someone said, I don't have enough space on my computer to download, please talk to your parents about that so that you can actually download the app. It's a cool app. So once you've downloaded the app, like the guy said now, you need to go to Units, okay? Go to Units. Some of us already got the app, okay? Then we're going to do competition ready. So that is that. So last week, we actually went through the training camp driving around. So for today is going to be playing with objects. So your robot is able to play with different objects. So let's see what you should do.
This is interesting.
Okay, so that is a quick video about the robot that we are trying to build today. So, and then, so if I go to the, So to the step 2, you can actually build this particular components. So you have 4 components that you can build, basically the driving base, the arm, the marker, and the cube. So let's see how it's been built actually. So if you go in there, you have the driving base steps and also the tools that you need basically. So quickly, you have the component, which is your console, and you can build the base for that. So, and also put the plugs in. So then after that, so you have this particular console to add, so which is going to form the wheel basically. So, and all this is what this your code is going to use basically, because this port that you have here and this one, so they are going to be sending signal to the wheel, whether you want to move forward or you want to move left or right. So these are the purpose of the code. So your code is going to control the signal that is sent to the port basically. So we're going to see that. So you put the plugs in, and then you put another plug in here, and you got your console. So, and then you have another plug to actually set in, then insert those one into the steps. I'll just quickly skip through all this to see the steps. So, and you can see those ones. So you have your front wheel basically in there. So which is going to help you to be turning the front wheel. And you got that in there right now. So you can see it's you already mount the console on the base. So, and you got another one. So this now is going to form the arms that you're going to do. So, and you have the now you can see how they wrap the console basically with the wheel basically. So it's very, very important. I love the way they kind of wrap it around so that it doesn't come loosely. You can see what the boys have done. You will see that, because this is really nice to have it loose. But I know David and Joshua have not done it in that way. But you can see why it's good to do that. So okay, the next one you have is this particular console, this particular channel as well. So let's see how that one also is nice and tightly linked together. So which is really, really good. And also you got this particular plug. I think David didn't actually put that plug in. So come and see this one basically. So this
is because sometimes when you put the plug in for the first time, the hub sometimes memorizes the code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So you okay. All right. So you got that in there. So, but this is basically you might not need to build it exactly like this, but this is a guide to how you can build your robot. So, and that is basically, so once you already have that, you have your front wheel as well, and which you can attach to the console. And then that is that giving that for you. So then that's how you build it anyway. So let's go back to, okay. So you have the accessory also, you can add accessories. So this particular code is using the sensor, right, to actually gauge the distance, actually measure the distance between where your code is and everything. So I'm going to hand over to the guys to talk about the code.
So here we modified the code. That way it would make the driving base stop at a certain length from its target. Then it would then drop where it has to drop. That way it can then grab the cube and bring it back. and then it will release the cube. And it actually took a long time to do it. And we have to set the motors to C and D, and they have to be on a specific part. It would be that the hub would be connected to. Then we set the movement speed to 30 and set the motor rotation to 17.5 centimeters. And then after that, we set the speed for the foot that move to grab the brick to 20, and it started moving straight forever. And when the sensor sent something that's closer than 20 centimeters, it would stop moving. Then after that, it would grab the cube and just do beeps for some reason which is unnecessary. Then it would move back with the cube. Then after that, it would release the cube. First, I just want to make sure this is set up properly. So, what we're going to do is that it has to be closer than 20 centimeters. So, because of that, we're going to have to measure the distance of the sensor of where it would be for 20 centimeters. That way we know where to put the cube. So we're going to put it at 20 and compare it to where the sensor is. We're going to bring it forward. That way we know where to put the cube. So it should be about here, and this should be where we put it.
Dara, can you please pick up your camera, please? Thank you. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm trying to put the camera on so that you can see what. Nathaniel, please, can you take off your camera, please? Okay.
Well, it grabbed the brick and brought it back, but it didn't grab the brick so accurately. Just go to.
So why is that?
Well, the brick, I think that this part might have pushed the brick away a bit. Then it got grabbed. Or maybe the brick just wasn't in a natural position and they just put it there. I'm going to have to move this back a little. That's because I had to connect it. That way it could also charge while executing the code. So we're just going to measure it. We're actually just measuring the cube distance from. So from here, this is where the cube should be. So we should move it back. That way I'll successfully bring the cube back. I'm going to set it up again.
Why is that, Joshua?
Well, you need to use a ruler to measure the distance, or you can just look on the screen and it will tell you how far it is away. And on the screen, it says,
Can you show us on the screen?
well, on the screen it's at the top here. It will show where it's connected to and the motors, and then on the left you can see the sensor, and it says it's 19 centimeters away right now, which should be fine enough.
Okay.
I'm going to light the cube, put it here. And after that, I'm actually going to change the code a bit. I'm going to change the code a bit. That way, it will actually go back for 30 centimeters. Now we're going to run. But it somehow got stopped. I have no idea why.
Well, I think that's good actually, because you can see that he was able to measure the sensor and the distance, isn't it, based on your measurements, isn't it?
Yeah. Still have no idea why that keeps on happening.
I think it's
Yeah.
because it's maybe tangled up.
Exactly. You know, I was telling you guys, so all these things that you guys are kind of using uniquely, nicely, so that's what happens. So there's a bug in your design, isn't it? So we need to fix that, okay? But I think the exercise is good. Actually, you are able to see your robots moving up, and also being able to calculate the distance from the sensor. It's really, really good. So I hope the other guys are able to do that as well. So that, I think that
I fixed what was happening. I think this wire here was actually stopping
okay,
it.
let's see
So
if it's been fixed. Okay, good.
let me just measure it again. The distance.
So some people might be wondering, what is this one for, Joshua?
Oh,
Why do you put that?
it's basically sensing it. The sensor has to sense something to stop. So
Then where's
it's
the
going to
sensor?
sense this.
So where's the
It's
sensor?
going to sense this, and the sensor is just on the robot.
Okay, on the robots. Okay, you have the sensor on the robots like that. Okay.
I'm just going to measure the distance. This should be about right. I'll put it here. And you can basically put it as far back as you want, as long as it's in a straight line. Actually, I think I figured out why it keeps on doing that.
Why?
Not even a bug, it's just the slope.
Oh,
It's literally
okay.
just a slope underneath.
Oh, okay, I get that. Okay, all right.
So
So let's see from the top there. Okay.
after I keep on measuring, this is starting to get annoying. I literally slow down. Okay. So put it here. Set it back. And again, it's turned off. It's starting to get annoying. So I have to plug this in again, just to turn it back on. And we need to quickly take it out and just run it. Okay. Okay, I have no idea what just happened there. I did not even change the code and anything like that. I have no idea why it's changed.
All right. So
I don't think it got sent. Then it just decides to
Okay.
button nothing. Now let me measure this again. So it should be about here. Alright, now I just okay, I'm don't have to move this further out actually. Because of that lump.
Try that again because it wasn't in the plastic. It was straight now.
Again.
This. Yeah, try.
Okay, I have no idea what it's trying to execute now. Now it's finally grabbed the cube and it finally gets released without the slopes on it.
Can you try again, please?
Now let me just do more measuring. And I just realized that the hub is dead. Again. So I have to quickly just flip in here. Turn it on. For some reason it won't turn on. Okay,
You need to
I
check.
have to wait.
Okay. All right. I think that's fine anyway. So.
Oh, now it's turned on.
It wasn't in properly.
And then it just turned on. I'm just going to wait for it to charge.
Okay.
Okay, I think based on what we've seen right now, so I just quickly go through the code for you guys. So the first thing that we have is your program starts here, as you can see from the code. So then you set your movement. Like I said, your movement is done by C and D, basically. So C and D is your...
The other parts which you import the cables from the motors or sensors into the hub.
Exactly. So those are the parts that actually does the sensor. So, you know, when I went in there, so you go, if you go to this one, so you have these two parts, basically C and D. So these two parts does the sense, does the monitoring actually. So that it's important. So for you to have. So you have those, then you set your speed to 30%. Set your speed to 30% and also the rotation as well to this particular 17.5 centimeter you moved. And as well as you go, you set your speed also as well. This is where this is most important. This is where your sensor comes in. Your sensor is basically connected to port F. Yeah. So when your port F is closer than 20 centimeter, basically, that's what you have Joshua measuring the distance, basically. So that's when you stop moving. So when you stop moving, your port E start to run in one run for 1 meter. So, and for 1 second rather, and then I think I couldn't hear the beep. That's another thing, because I think the second is too small. So if you put the beep in like 5 seconds, maybe you're able to hear it, so that it is okay. So you can actually play some sound. So, and then you move forward, and then you continue. So that is what we're meant to do today. So basically today, so that's today's lesson, basically how you can control your robot to move based on the visual that is able to see. So we're going to kind of break out into rooms. So in the rooms, you can, okay. All right, can you stop annotating on the screen, please? So please don't do that, okay? Thank you. So, okay, in the room, you can now look at this particular code, actually. So you're okay to watch it on YouTube so that you can set that up by yourself. And if any one of you has got the robot, that will be fine. So please do. Okay, thank you. So one thing that I really want to also say is, like, I know some people are joining. So if you are in the room, please ensure that everybody is able to download the app and you know what to do. So this is very, very, very important, actually. So if you have any questions, please do let me know and I would attend to those questions. So, and so in the room, so you're going to have Gabriel leading one of the room, and I've got David Elvis as well leading one of the rooms, and Grace as well. You're going to be in room 2. Room 3, I've got Enoch and Yolu and Daniel. So I think I've got 3 people. So Enoch, Aniel, and Gabriel, and Tiolu, basically. So in room 3. So in room 2, I've got Davis, Grace, and as well, and Excel. So you guys can lead those rooms. In room 1, I've got Gabriel, I've got Kamsi, and Tisha. Okay, both of you guys. Okay, so let's start the